spilling wine. And so y'all ain't got the audacity to let me know at 2 o'clock in the morning that Remy Ma is online crashing out over her husband. The only problem is she crashing out with the wrong one, okay? Because Claressa, bring Remy Ma versus Claressa.
Everyone had to stop for a moment because what happened next completely shook the image many people had believed for months. This was not small gossip or an ordinary rumor spreading online. It looked like the real-time collapse of a complicated relationship drama that had quietly been growing behind the scenes. For a long time, the internet watched what seemed like a bold love story. But suddenly the story started falling apart in front of everyone. For months, Claressa Shields appeared confident, loud, and completely sure of herself. She spoke openly about being involved with a married man and did not try to hide it. In interviews, live videos, and social media posts, she repeated the same message again and again, that he belonged to her now. She presented their relationship proudly, smiling in photos and appearing unbothered by criticism. To many viewers, it looked like she believed she had already won a very public battle. People online watched every moment closely. Every new post, caption, and public appearance became part of the conversation. Some viewers supported her, saying she had the right to live her life however she wanted. Others strongly disagreed, believing the situation was disrespectful and bound to end badly. Still, no one could ignore the drama. The internet followed the story like a non-stop reality show, discussing every detail as if it were unfolding episode by episode. However, the story did not slowly fade away like most celebrity rumors. Instead, it suddenly shifted. New claims began appearing, and whispers started growing louder. According to circulating reports, the relationship Claressa believed was secure may never have been as stable as she thought. At the same time, attention began turning toward Remy Ma, who had stayed unusually quiet during most of the public drama. While the internet focused on loud headlines, she appeared calm, posting normal family photos.
Resolved of a marriage between Remy Ma and Papoose. And y'all let these blogs get out here and call me a liar. Y'all let them get out here and call us a liar. I was the only blog out here standing 10 toes down that there was something going down between them. And I heard from both of their teams. Even got cease and desist from Papoose team.
Photos and continuing her life without making dramatic statements. Then the situation reportedly changed in a surprising way. Sources began claiming that the same man Claressa had proudly shown online quietly packed his belongings, traveled back to New York, and returned to his wife. There was no major public announcement, no emotional goodbye, and no clear explanation. One day he appeared connected to Claressa, and the next day he was gone. This sudden disappearance shocked many observers and left people asking what had truly happened behind closed doors. As confusion spread, another uncomfortable topic started gaining attention. Social media users began comparing Claressa's style, clothing, travel locations, and even poses to those of Remy Ma. Some people said the similarities were coincidence, while others believed they were too obvious to ignore. Online discussions became divided, with some defending Claressa and others accusing her of copying another woman's image. The debate quickly grew intense, adding more pressure to an already complicated situation. Reports then claimed that Claressa had tattooed the man's name on her body while he was still legally married. That detail shocked many viewers and pushed the conversation in a different direction. What some people had previously described as bold confidence now began to look, to critics, like emotional overinvestment. Comment sections filled with arguments, opinions, and heated debates as people tried to understand what was really happening. At the same time, Remy Ma's reaction appeared very different. Instead of speaking publicly about the drama, she remained mostly silent. She continued sharing family moments and posting images that suggested stability rather than conflict. Her quiet approach created a strong contrast with the loud online discussions happening elsewhere. Some observers believed her silence was intentional, allowing events to unfold naturally without public confrontation. As more time passed, online commentators and bloggers began sharing additional claims about the situation. Some alleged that the relationship between Claressa and the man had never been as serious as it appeared publicly. Others suggested that certain romantic moments displayed online may have been exaggerated or carefully staged to present a stronger image than what existed privately. These claims quickly spread, encouraging viewers to re-examine older videos and posts with new suspicion. One of the most talked about allegations came from online commentators who claimed that some luxury gifts shown on social media may have been purchased by Claressa herself rather than given by her partner. According to these rumors, certain romantic surprise moments might have been planned in advance to appear more impressive online. Although these claims were never officially confirmed, they fueled intense discussion and caused many people to question how much of the relationship had been real and how much had been performance. As the internet replayed old clips and screenshots, the mood began to change. What once looked like a confident celebration of love now seemed, to some viewers, more complicated and possibly uncomfortable. People started wondering whether Claressa had misunderstood the seriousness of the relationship, or whether the situation had been different behind the scenes from what appeared online. Meanwhile, reports continued suggesting that the marriage many people believed was finished might actually have been quietly.
Listen, when it comes to Claressa, I'm starting to get a little soft spot for her. I really am. I really feel sorry for her. Apparently, Claressa spent Christmas alone in the Louis Vuitton store, racking up about
rebuilding in private. While public attention focused on dramatic headlines, the original couple was allegedly working through their issues away from social media. If true, this meant the entire public storyline had been very different from the private reality. The turning point came when commentators openly began discussing the possibility that Claressa had never been the long-term choice in the situation. According to these discussions, she may have been part of a temporary chapter while the marriage was being repaired privately. This claim shocked many observers and completely changed how people interpreted earlier events. Instead of viewing the situation as a love triangle where one person replaced another, some viewers began seeing it as a complicated emotional situation where multiple people misunderstood what was actually happening. As the story continued unfolding, public sympathy began shifting. At first, many viewers criticized Claressa for openly claiming a married man. Later, some people began feeling sympathy for her, believing she might have been emotionally invested in a relationship that was never fully secure. Others still argued that everyone involved shared responsibility for allowing such a public situation to develop. Regardless of which opinion people supported, one thing became clear. The dramatic online narrative had not reflected the full truth of what was happening privately. Relationships are often far more complicated than the simple stories presented on social media, and this situation seemed to prove that point once again.
Was not a home for a long time. When Remy lost the weight, she lost the man, she lost the house, she lost her damn mind, and went out here and got her a Papoose look-alike. See if you could tell which one is Papoose out of these two men. Put up Papoose, put up the look-alike.